What's the vibes? Top of the morning, top of the afternoon, top of the evening, whenever this may find you, I'm Dream. Follow me on Twitter, Mr. Dreamy1. That's the number one. Sub to the channel, turn your notifications on, like this video, share the video, comment, let me know what y'all on, let me know how y'all been cashing, because we back on a run. Going crazy after a bunch of 1-and-1 days. Now we starting to spread our wings a little bit, so we gonna try and keep that up. All right, make sure we good here. You know what I'm saying? That one video got me PSD. Quick recap: 3-and-1 day, gnarly with it. 3-and-1 day. Who fronted? Derek White, and I can't even say fronted. He been great. He been doing his things. I should have just ate the juice and took his stocks. He covered that easily, but I ain't want the juice. Pause. But yeah, man. Derek White points the only thing that ain't hit. Everything else came through pretty easily. Caleb, I loved them threes for a reason. Bang, covered easily with that first quarter. First half cover for Caleb, and then that teaser that I just loved. Hey, you could have just played it straight. You could have just played without the teaser, the heat, and the points in the under, and you could have hit plus, 2 something. But we'll take the minus 115 any day of the week. So 3-and-1, love it, love it. We'll take that every single day. Let's try and do it again, even better. Got a few straights. And a couple blunt money bets. Tomorrow's show will be mostly blunt money bets unless I find another straight that I love. I mean, I gotta love it. And I doubt that happens, but tomorrow will probably be mostly blunt money bets, so it'll be a shorter show today. It's really gonna be the breakdown of the slate, or the slate of the game. So first, before I get into the players, I'll give my kind of ideas of the game, because I'm leaning Heat. I'm leaning taking the Heat with the points. Kind of 1-2, may end up doing a little teaser again, same type. Only reason why I would do that teaser is simply just to find a way to get the Heat with the points in there. The reason why I like them is I watched them interviews last night, and to me, it was the first time I've been watching the post-game interviews after every game, probably since game 3 or 4. And last night, it was different. Jimmy tried to keep he kept the same, we cool, it is what it is, I gotta play better. Everybody else, especially Spo, they just kind of felt embarrassed to me. Like they was hungry for the first time, and that's when the Heat play their best. Is when they hungry. This is the first time where I felt like they was the more desperate team, and this is the first time I feel like their back is truly against the wall, man. The Celtics, when I was watching they press conferences, it felt like they was already getting crowned. They was in celebratory mode. A couple of them was like, yeah, we still gotta win. And it's human nature. After you win a game like that, it's crazy. After you win on a Derek White buzzer beater, I'm sure you feeling like, oh man, yeah, you on an all-time high. But I mean, hey, tomorrow's the game. In the Heat, they stewing. You heard Spo, he said we want to tip off right now. They ain't have that energy after game 3. They ain't have it when they was up 3-0. Like, you can't, what I say all the time, you can't fake desperation. Whether or not you execute, that's one thing, but you can't fake desperation. In the Heat, they gonna be desperate. They don't want to be a part of history, that Heat culture, all that. They gonna be desperate come tomorrow. So I can't wait for that game. In Boston, if you want to bet Boston, I couldn't talk you off. That spread is what it is for a reason, even though it's starting to tick down. 8, 8.5, 7.5 some places. And if I like the Celtics, I'm like, yo, it's simple. Them boys should have won last night. They was up double digits with 4 minutes left. Tatum didn't do nothing in the second half. JB was in foul trouble. Yeah, you got 22 from Smart, but I think that was like 5 of 27 from 3. And the Heat only turned the ball over like 5 times. Like, that was the Heat ingredient to it. And the Heat shot probably 50% plus from 3, something like that. So, I mean, every game the Heat won this series, they've won it shooting the hell out the ball. Straight like that. And last night at home, game 6, shooting the heck out the ball, not turning the ball over after turning it over a bunch the last 2 games. Yeah, man, so we'll see. We don't know what Jimmy, what's up with Jimmy. I told you, I just felt something was off with Jimmy. If anything, I was going to play his PRA, but the points was scared me from the PRA, and I wasn't confident enough to play his assists, which ended up being the right play. So that's the leans, man, for the game. That's how I feel. And again, we have a video tomorrow, so we're gonna run through these straights and a couple blunt money bets. First, under 205.5. I got it ASAP. Put it on the timeline. Couldn't make a video, obviously. Maybe I'll start like, I probably can't even do like members or nothing like that. I was gonna say maybe I put it in like comments or something. I don't know. But nah, follow me on Twitter. That's how you'll find it out. But I locked it in at 205.5. That's as soon as I seen it. And it's simple, man. Game 7s, we played them unders, man. I done played every game 7 under there was to play. I probably played the Steph and Golden State game 7 under. So last one I could think of. Feel like the Knicks was in the game 7, but it wasn't. So yeah, game 7 under. If you look at the series, the scoring is going down every single game. Total's going down every single game. You got adjustments. I expect a lot of zone from the Heat. So yeah, if Boston hitting their shots, then obviously yeah, they can go over. But to me, zone means longer possessions, more drawn out passes, more ball movement, and more threes. So hopefully more missed shots. So I love that under 205.5. If you obviously that number is gone, so I wouldn't give it out without giving you an alternative. I think 204.5 is minus 120, 125 some places. That's just fine. I play it all the way up to minus 130, 204. Because the 203.5 is minus 110, so I know you can get a 204 minus 125 somewhere, 130 at the most. So yeah, but I think it goes under. I don't think this type of game that goes way under where it's like 188 or something like that, but I think it's gonna be like 198, 199, somewhere around there, 196, somewhere around there. So yeah, that's the first play. Second play, Max Struss under 14.5 points, rebounds, and assists. So he's under this line for the last 6 games. This really correlates with his threes. I didn't want to play his threes because he's a shooter. He can get hot, hit a bunch of shots, whatever. And that would kill his PRA. But I feel like if he hits 3 threes or if he hits 4 threes and has a Max Struss game, 12 points, 1 rebound, no assists, then we still cover that under 14.5 PRA. But this is available at Caesars minus 119. This is just, how a lot of my plays come. I'm watching the series and I'm seeing him lose minutes to Duncan Robinson, not playing in the clutch the last 2 games. Well, last game, I don't think it was a clutch. But losing minutes to Duncan Robinson. Last night in the clutch, he did not play. And Duncan Robinson is obviously a defensive liability, but after having 8 assists 1 game and then last night playing well, just hitting them 2 threes, Duncan Robinson has had a good series. So he's going to get minutes. And he's going to get minutes for Struss. And Struss minutes, let me see what I got here. He had 36 minutes game 4. Game 5, 24 minutes. Last night, 25 minutes. So, like I said, I'm just going with the flow of things. Not saying I expect him to play 22 minutes or 20 minutes, nothing like that. But I don't expect him to see 30 minutes again. Especially if Duncan get going. Yeah, so, and even I like this. If you notice my lays, I've been playing his unders every game in the lay. We just ain't smack a lay yet. Well, not every game. Probably like the last three games been playing his unders and them underlays, trying to hit one, smack like a plus 6,000, something like that. And he been going way under, and it's because basically most of his points come from the 3 and then running them off that line. The 3s that he taken are highly contested. I was shocked. He got a couple great looks last night, and he knocked one down, missed the other one, then he hit another tough one. So I like to play under 14.5. Well, love to play under 14.5. So PRA, Max Struss, let's hope Duncan keep hooping and he stay around that 24 to 27, 28 minute range. If so, love it. Last play, love this play. People be like, yo, if you had to play all my plays, I feel the same. I love them all, but this play I almost was about to put 2 units on, so I guess you could say like this is my favorite play, but I'm like, nah, I'm good. I ain't trying to. My first 2 unit play of the year did not go well, and I felt great about that. I forgot what it was too. What was that 2 unit play? Oh yeah, Lakers Celtics money line as the Lakers get swept, and I think both of them lost. Oh, so yeah, we're gonna chill on the 2 unit plays, but we're gonna do a Caleb over 12.5 points, and Tatum to have 8 rebounds. Caleb is going over this line every single game in this series. If you're new here, if this is your first day, welcome. But we've been on Caleb every single game in some shape or fashion. He's getting 30 plus minutes, even when he's not starting. He probably gonna get 40 plus minutes in game 7. He's out there, he's getting rebounds, he's playing defense, he's shooting threes. They leaving him open again because no matter who's in the lineup, he's the least the lowest threat. You know what I mean? You got Bam, they got to pay attention to. Obviously Jimmy, you got Gabe, you got to pay attention to. So love that 12.5 over his 12.5. And then you got Tatum, 8 rebounds. He's gone over this line every single game except for game 1 of this series. Oh, I'm sorry. He's gone over this line 4 of 6 games. Wait, nah. Yeah, I thought so. He's gone over this line every game except for the first one of this series. He's had 8 rebounds plus every game except for game 1, and he's had double-digit rebounds in 4 games. So he's the double threat for whatever reason. Well, it ain't whatever reason. I personally think it's their defensive scheme, but I don't care. Look at his rebound log. Look at his rebound numbers throughout the whole playoffs, and you will see. So yeah, man, give me Caleb over 12.5 points. Parlay that with Tatum to have 8 rebounds. That's plus 100. That's plus 100 on Bet MGM. That's where I got that. So those are the straights. All right, we about to get into some blunt money bets. I got 2 here, and then I have more tomorrow. Probably won't be much because it's getting harder, as y'all see, to hit them. Still could have got Caleb last night. Should have played this plus 600. Chose Derek White. But they getting tougher to get. You know, you got to think. We hit Caleb plus 15. That was plus 6. The score 15 was plus 650 at the beginning of the series. We hit. Some people got it at plus 700. We hit that. Right now, his line, just his normal line, is 15.5. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah. So that is what it is, man. It just get a little harder to hit him. Same thing with his threes. His 3 threes was like plus 650. Same thing. Now, you know, him to hit 3 threes plus 140. So as the series goes on, it's obviously tougher to get him, but I mean, we ain't gonna get him. So I love both of these, and I'll give you some quick explanations behind them both. So first, we're going back to the unders, baby. It is what it is. There's great value with these, and next year we're gonna be smacking these things. I'm trying to tell you. Great value with these. This is one of my, you can call this like the dream system, the dreamy system, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, we're going to Tatum under 34 points, Butler under 30 points, Max Struss under 11 points, and Jaylen Brown under 24 points. We're going to put that with the Heat to score 88 points or more, so over 87.5 for their team total, and the Celtics over 95.5 for their team total, so they got to score 96 points. So you know, that's a really low scoring game. That's only 190. So they give us a lot of room with our total. Give us about a 15 point. Well, that ain't even 190, but you know, give us a nice cushion with the total. And again, it's game 7. I don't see anybody going for 35, 30. I could see Jimmy. I think Jimmy hurt. But I could see Jimmy doing it just because he's going to take shots and he's going to be Jimmy. But a lot of that has to do with their defense, man. Like I was telling my cousin, he a great basketball mind. And he was just like, yo, they figured Jimmy out. And I'm like, figure out is a tough phrase because you don't figure these guys out. You just got to adjust to the adjustments, to the adjustments, to the adjustments. And I think Jimmy, it just took him a while to adjust, and he was maybe too bashful. Like he was trying to like maybe get a triple-double yesterday. That was his adjustment because he had 8 assists, like 8 assists, 10 rebounds, something like that. So maybe that was his adjustment, but he didn't really start going ham, like seeking fouls, going crazy until the last 3-4 minutes of the game. So to me, that could have just been him being more aggressive. That could have been Boston defense, but I personally think that was just him adjusting, saying like, look, I'm going to create contact. Because the first time he tried to do it, they called a flagrant on him. And then he was like, forget it. So I say all that to say this. Yeah, Jimmy can have 30, 35, 40. But I think that, you know, that line is, I would take his under 28.5. I think he can affect the game having 26, 27, 8 and 8, and they could still win the game like that because you're going to need other guys for them to step up, in my opinion. So, yeah, like Jimmy to score under 30, Struss, PRA, go with the points, you know what it is. And Jaylen Brown, he had a big game. His first big game of the series, it seems like. I don't think he's going to do it back-to-back games. He could, but I don't see that happening. So I got him under 24 points. And the team totals is just a fancy way to boost it up to plus 1,900, which it is. Because I couldn't just do, if I wasn't getting enough value, just playing like after these unders, just playing like the max under over, whatever you want to call it, just the most value I could get. So there that is. And the next one is pretty easy. I call this one the 40-minute boys parlay. Gabe Vincent 15, Caleb 15, Marcus Smart 15, and Derek White to score 15. That's plus 1,600. A little more than that, but you know, we round it down, round it up, depending on where we at with it. Yeah, man, he's the 40-minute man. All these guys I expect to get 40 minutes in game 7 for one reason or another. Actually, both teams are kind of lacking depth, but Derek White, he's playing so well. And after that tip, he's going to get his 40 minutes. I think he played 40 minutes last night. Marcus Smart, I think he played 40 minutes last night. There's no reason for him not to again in the game 7. And I expect him to play well in the game 7. Caleb Martin, he actually started last game. He probably played 40 plus minutes. If not, I expect him to get 38 to 40, but I think he played 40. And Gabe Vincent, I think he played like 43 minutes last night. I could be wrong, but I have to check it. I should have checked it before I did this. I think he played 43 minutes off that ankle, so he, you know, tailed off. And I was watching his interviews. That's why I'm leaning toward Gabe points. I'm leaning. I might, if I get somewhere, it's gonna be with Gabe points, or it's gonna get actually, we got 3 blunt money bets. Or it's gonna be with something with Gabe points and another leg somewhere. We're gonna, you know, but leaning Gabe just because he's gonna be in that game and he's gonna shoot the ball. He's gonna have to shoot the ball. But I was watching his post game interview and he was like, yeah, man, they asked him how he felt. He was like, good enough to play. So he ain't say like, yo, the ankle's feeling good, you know, it's that not good enough to play, you know. So and he was 6 of 18. So with that being said, last blunt money bet, Gabe Vincent scored 20 points plus 550. Right before I did the video, it was still 550. Full disclosure, I put something in at plus 500. Went to give it out. It moved to 550 in front of my eyes. Put a little more on it. So yeah, if you're gonna give me, not saying you're gonna duplicate it, but who else is? If you're gonna give me 18 shots, I think Gabe Vincent can score 20 points. Second game, used to injury a little more time to heal. Yeah, he just played on it, but you know, it was good enough to play. Getting around the clock treatment, I'm sure. I just love the opportunity, especially if we get in the Jimmy Butler that's maybe, you know, hobble, maybe not feeling his best. Only reason why I wouldn't do Caleb to score 20 again is because just right now it's like plus 290. I'm good on that. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. I would do Caleb 4 threes before anything, and I think that's like plus 700, you know, plus 650, something like that. But yeah, those the blunt money bets. Those are straights that I'm on. I just feel like it's a long video, so hey, it is what it is. Tomorrow video gonna be short. Probably have one straight at the most, but I doubt it. And some blunt money bets. So as always, y'all know the vibes, man. I appreciate y'all rocking with me. Like I said, like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment, let me know what y'all on. And y'all know the vibes, man. Let's get this cash.